Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. So right now we are in the midst of the Aliexpress 11/11 sales, and the sales will be ongoing until the 20th of November 2025. And during the sale, I actually did proceed and hit the checkout button. But did I really save anything? Or did AliExpress just make it look like a good deal during this sales period? Now, if you have watched my previous video listed here, I showed you the 5 watches that are sitting in my shopping cart waiting to be checked out. So during the sales period, I actually go through and make some sort of like a research and analysis of the prices of the watches. And if I were to buy those watches, how much would I save and whether the discounts were real or not. But here's a quick spoiler alert. There are certain discounts to all those watches, but let's get into the detail and jump right in. So this is how I do the analysis. Now before the sale, I actually took screenshots of all the watches with its prices, and during the sales time, again, I took screenshot of the same watches but going through all the way until the checkout stages, because only then I can apply all those AliExpress coupons, the shop coupons, the coin discount, and all those things. Another disclaimer, for the checkout price, I did not include the local taxes. For example, I'm in Malaysia, the tax for the watches would be 10%, and it depends on the country where you live in, so that I could not include in those prices. So with that being said, let's look at a summary of the tables to make it easier to look at the comparison. Now, if we were to look at Thorn T002, the pre-sale price is about $65.92. But during the 11/11 sales, I managed to find one with the price of about $43, which accounts to a discount of about 22.89 cents. So this translates to about 34% of savings. Now, RollsTimi RT7904, on the other hand, the pre-sale price was $23.97. But during the 11/11 sales price, we can grab one for about $21.19, which have a discount of about $2.78. Now that's not much, but it gives a saving of about 11.6%. The Addiesdive AD2095, which is the watch that I have my eyes on for quite some times already, the price was $57.38, but during the sales, it was $51.37, which means a pretty much $6 savings during the sale, 10.47%. And the Addiesdive AD2538, the one with the panda dial, which I love so much, the pre-sale price was $52.16, but during the 11/11 sales, you can get one for about 44.9 cents. This is a saving of about $8, which translates to about 15.4% save. And last but not least, the C-Night Monster SK01, the one with the cool red colored dial. The pre-sale price was $61.54, but during the sales, you can grab one for about $54.98. This is a saving of about $6.56 or 10.66%. Some of the sellers raise their pre-sale prices on their sales listing, but that is not how I interpret the sales. The only way I interpret it is adding those watches into the shopping cart, proceed to check out all the way until they pay the amount here. So that's the price that I take to compile this table. A few stores offered the coupons as well as the AliExpress coupon, helps to make a bigger difference in the final purchase prices. So out of 5 of those watches mentioned, I only purchased one this time around, which is the Thorn T002, because due to the amount of money that I save, which is about 34%, and also the design that I do not have yet in my collection. So that's the one that I bought. But for the RollsTimi, even though I like the simple and minimalist look, it just doesn't give me enough saving to convince and motivate me to make the decision. So in the end, I skipped the RollsTimi. As for the Addiesdive AD2095, it does contribute to a certain amount of discount, which is $6, but I believe that it is still not a huge enough saving for me to purchase this one. So I just keep it and have it in my cart, so that in future, if there's a better price than this, I will make the purchasing decision. The same goes with the Addiesdive AD2538, the one with the panda dial. Now $44 is a really good price. It is a saving of about $8 or a 15.4% saving. But since I'm quite limited in my budget for this month, so I just choose to buy one watch this time around. And it was between the Thorn T002 or the Addiesdive AD2538. So in the end, I decided to go with Thorn, just skip the Addiesdive AD2538 due to me having 2 or 3 Addiesdive watches already. So I want to try from other brands such as Thorn as well. Now as for the Sea Knight Monster, this is the one that has been in my watch list for quite some time, even though there's certain amount of saving, but I feel that it's not enough to convince me to make a purchasing decision for this one. Not to mention that the huge size of this watch might not be suitable for my wrist. So out of these 5 watches, I only purchased the Thorn T002. So what do you think? In the end, if I were to purchase all these watches, I will enjoy about 10 to 15% of most watches except the Thorn T002. So 10 to 15% of saving, well, it's not really huge, isn't it? But considering the free shipping and Aliexpress deals, it's better than buying it at full price during the non-sales period. But for me, the average saving for all the watches are slightly below what I expected. I was expecting something more like 20 to 30% saving for all the watches. But this time around, it seems like you didn't get much discounts. Of course, my data is based on those 5 watches that I've added to my list. I do not know the other savings that are not in my shopping cart. So yeah, the 11/11 sales was sort of like a mix of bags, some are genuine deals, some doesn't really have much discounts. But for this time around, the Thorn T002 that I bought, I'm happy with what I got. And once the watch arrives, I'll do a hands-on unboxing and share whether it meets the quality that I want. Now, what about you guys as the viewer? Do you score any good deals during the 11/11 sales? Do drop them in the comments below so that I might want to check it out myself and perhaps go and purchase it as we are still in the midst of the sales period. Who knows, I might feature it in my next video. And don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss all the reviews coming in the future. Until then, take care, happy shopping, bye!